Match number 6 getting ready at the 165 level.
Yeah, we got Cody Goebel here from Madison. Fun fact, I actually coached Cody for a long time, close with the family. We went to the same high school together as well.
I guess you want me to tell you that he's actually from McGuanago.
He is from McGuanago. He's a few years younger than me, but I've known that young man for a long time. Tries a nice duck there. Nivison, I believe, is how you pronounce that. Nice job just kind of stepping out of it, though. Nice shot there from Nivison, a little high crotch. Good job working up to his feet. He's going to punch that high to try and finish. And nothing yet. Goebel did a good job kind of squaring his hips up. Now he's looking to score himself for a second. Is Goebel. He's got his foot heavy. They're going to go out of bounds. Great action there by both guys. Nivison with a really nice shot. Wasn't able to finish, but encouraging that is early to see him get into the legs.
And Nivison came awful close there. Talk about the this is a very young Michigan State squad. I'm sure that makes Nivison stats as a grad student all the more important. 8-11 on the year from Davison, Michigan.
Davison, usually a powerhouse program in Michigan. I believe Badgers assistant coach John Reeder is from Davison, Michigan as well.
Tell you what, just see how loaded the Big Ten is as a conference in this beautiful sport of wrestling. It's amazing that just how the Midwest, middle part of America, it's clear that wrestling belongs right here, Coach.
Yeah, wrestling is the Midwest. It is, they're one and one. They are the same thing. Both guys there, a couple of chain attacks from both guys. Goebel again, Nivison tries to re-attack. Just nice little flurry of action from both guys. You like to see that they're not reserved. They're not. Sometimes you see people try to feel each other out for a while. You know, they try to just get a gauge on their opponent. But neither of these guys are doing that today. They're just both coming out firing and looking to score points.
Nivison was the last match of the night against Northwestern. Won in sudden victory. One of the better matches of the meet. You know, just fun seeing. Although Michigan State looking to earn that first conference win. Just seeing their guy close it out with a W is just cool. Seeing the reaction from that Michigan State bench, seeing their guy
nice attack there from Nivison. Went on the head for a second. Goebel doing a good job sitting in the corners. Nivison's shoulder's starting to pop out. Goebel's able to fend it off. Doesn't give up the takedown. Again, he gets to the leg, does Nivison. Goebel doing a good job, kind of just working through it, not panicking, and defending well.
Just under 20 seconds in this first period. Still no points for either of these talented wrestlers.
No points yet, but we have seen a lot of action. Goebel's done a good job kind of taking ground, controlling center, but Nivison's the one that's been getting to the legs. Again, nice little, looks like a wind snatch single from a slide by, and he runs out of time on the edge. Goebel may have been saved by the bell there.
Yeah. Nivison awful close, just on the edge of that mat to earning himself a last-second takedown. You ever see that when you would wrestle, Coach? Just someone when you sense they're easing up, a couple seconds left, all of a sudden you could jump on top of them?
Absolutely, and that's a great time to score, too, is just right on the end. You don't have to worry about riding or giving up an escape. You just score 3, and it changes a match. Late period scores change matches.
You can see it's been even that ride time standpoint as well. It entered second period dead even.
Yeah, now we're only sitting with 6 seconds there for Goebel, so riding time really not a factor here. This will probably be a takedown match, it feels like. You can hear Badger coaches saying right hand's got to work. I got to agree with him. Goebel's kind of hanging out on that outside tie with his right hand. He needs to pummel that back in or use it to snap off something, but you don't want it to just hang, especially if it's on the outside. Goebel does shoot a little single leg there. Head was already stuffed. Nivison doing a good job keeping him in the front head right now, but Goebel doing a good job controlling that elbow. We're going to get a stalemate. Back to our feet. Again here, that's where you want to see Goebel snap. Nivison's doing a good job kind of controlling that inside tie. If you're the Madison corner, you're trying to get your wrestler to kind of activate his hands and move him just a little bit more. Right hand snap, switch to a drag right from it.
You can hear the voice of
Coach Bono, yeah.
Yes, sir.
We got some action here. Nivison back to the legs. Goebel, little roll through right there. Now he's able to get his hips on him. This turned into a better position for Goebel. He might be able to score. Oh, he chases the body. He's got to stay low on the legs. Nivison is just able to circle out of it because Goebel chased too high on the body. He was able to clear his hips away. Good job by Nivison defending. Small adjustment there for Goebel. Stay low with that hand. Don't reach over the body. Stay on that leg.
You can tell Coach Bono fired up for this one. He's kind of riding around in that chair of it. A couple steps on the mat.
Absolutely. This is one of those swing matches you call them too in wrestling. It's just, it could go either way. And both teams right now, they both need this match. Goebel quickly to a quad pod, trying to work to his feet. Nivison did good job bringing him back. And Goebel picks up the escape. We're tied again. Riding time not a factor with 11 seconds here in the third period. Goebel been a little hesitant, it feels like, since the first period to kind of pull the trigger on some attacks. He does have a couple of nice leg attacks, especially from an underhook, but haven't really seen him get to that position so far today. He's been, you know, as you can see right there with the right hand, he's been kind of hanging out in that overtie a lot.
Just over a minute left. Seems like this one destined for a highlight finish.
Absolutely. Nivison, you know, if I'm Michigan State, I'm feeling good about this match right now. And I know it's a tied score, but Nivison's the one that's been getting to the legs consistently. Takes one more good attack and just being able to clean up the finish just a little bit.
Tell you what, Coach, you mentioned that you coach Cody personally. You're doing a good job of staying unbiased here.
Yeah, we're doing our best, you know. You got to understand there's two guys out here competing right now. Both guys looking to win. Nice re-attack there by Nivison, but again, his hips are out, and Goebel's able to start to recover. Now he's going chest wrap as Goebel. Now he goes far ankle scramble. He's going to start kicking that elbow, trying to free his bottom foot. If he does that, Goebel's going to be able to build right up and finish this takedown. He's working hard for it. He can't stop. He's got to use that foot, pushing in the butt, pushing in the back. Don't get over greedy, otherwise he's going to lose all of it. Goebel switches to the other side. He should kick around the other way. Kick all the way around, and he'll be sitting on him. He would have picked up a takedown. He'll see that on the film later. But we got sudden victory now, Vince.
Yes, sir. Maybe a bit of an avenue there. That said, that will take us to sudden victory.
This is the same position both guys have been in. I would say 60% of this match. Not a lot's happened from that exact spot. The wrist control, inside tie for Nivison. Re-attack again from Nivison. Goebel with a little bit better head-hands defense. Doesn't let Nivison get his hands locked. Outside step from Nivison, followed up. Just a couple of sequences of wrestling there from both guys.
Mentioned before, Nivison has some experience earning some wins in sudden victory. His last one against Northwestern. Mentioned before, close out the meet doing exactly that, earn himself a win in sudden victory.
Familiar territory, you'd have to say, huh?
Back to back.
Doesn't really look like the gas tank's going to be an issue for either guy. Nobody's really pushing too hard either to make the other guy maybe feel that, it seems like, from our vantage point. Nice fake from Goebel. Nivison with a snatch. He's going to try and run through this. Goebel's doing a good job keeping his balance. Gets his hips back. Nivison pops his head out. Goebel's got to start scooting that corner more. He's got his lock around the body. He's able to square his hips back to the mat. He's trying to scoot the corner. He's got to stay low here. Switch to the foot. Now he needs to switch to the foot and pull it back in. Switch to the foot, pull it back in. He's got to rock him through. He tries to run through. No takedown. Oh, I would love to see them keep wrestling. Goebel kept his foot in. I think that's a good call by the ref. Nivison was sitting on his butt, but Goebel was out front in the cradle, and that's not control. You saw him try to roll through, and that's where he lost it. If he would have kept it on the roll through, he would have got the takedown. Now he's in again on a high crouch of his own. He's into the crackdown position. Goebel's grabbing 2 legs, takedown, 2 for Wisconsin.
Easily the best match of the afternoon so far. Cody Goebel narrowly wins by decision.
Jen's a talented young freshman out of Illinois for the Badgers. I believe he was a Fargo All-American this past summer, which is a good way to close out his high school career.
Thomas 7-6 on the year from Novi, Michigan.
Thomas doing a good job here on the leg. Got to control the knee right here. Got to get his hand up, control the knee. Oh, it looks like Jens might have hurt his knee there. Sometimes you just tweak something or something pops in those positions.
Yeah, Jens got up and he was not ready to put any weight on that right foot. Now he's walking around a little bit.
Yeah, so Thomas, when they come back from this, Thomas is going to have choice because of the injury time. But yeah, Jens look like in that position sometimes you kind of, I don't want to call it a splits because he didn't go full splits or anything, but you got your legs straightened out like that and you kind of just, it'll just pop sometimes with all that tension there. Sometimes it's more scary than what it actually is, and this might have been one of those cases.
You can see Jens still out there. Coach, ever happened to you where you initially fear the worst and you wind up being able to go right back in there?
Yeah, it definitely does. It gets into your head for a second, and then you think, you're like, oh my gosh, we're done for, and then you realize you were a little bit dramatic. It happens every now and then, but you kind of recognize it, and you just kind of, after the fact, it kind of goes through your mind pretty quick. At least in my experience, it's kind of out of your mind and gone. But you saw there, Thomas was able to start down, even though there's no takedown. That's a result of. In college, if there's an injury time, the other wrestler's going to get choice. And he goes down, is able to pick up and escape. So now he has a 1-0 lead here in the first period.
Yeah, Thomas able to use that to his advantage. And with Jens, though, I mean, especially at this sport where you're going at it so ferociously, if you feel something go, it's probably good to better be safe than sorry at minimum.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jens trying to pressure hard with some underhooks here.
Ooh, up against that that screen again. Saw that earlier.
That screen's getting some action today.
Folks behind there better get ready to duck, almost like in basketball or
jumping over.
Yeah.
Quick shot off the whistle for Thomas. He does pick up 3. Nice double leg for Thomas. See if he commits to this ride. Looks like he's gonna kind of let Jens get that escape. Oh, that was beautiful by Thomas. Really great attack there.
Lightning quick shuffle around, and Thomas earned himself another takedown for his effort. Now leading by 6. Make it 5 with an escape.
Yeah, great start, though, for Thomas and the Spartans here in this match. Jens with a nice little snatch single.
Oh!
Back into the scoreboard.
I guess a visceral reaction, brother. You heard that boom from up here. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you absolutely did. It was kind of funny, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I guess it's funny because they're both from all right. Do you ever have a moment like that, though, where you can see their stuff right by the mat, and you're like, what are we doing here when this is so close?
Yeah, I've definitely been crashed into a few times being on the side of a mat. I've definitely been the crasher into person as well.
The crasher and the crashee, if you will.
Yes. Then you get hazard pay.
Well, suddenly you're looking to get crashed into.
Yeah, I think old Randy Farrell there at the scores table might be ready to take some workman's comp if they go over the table next time.
First period winding down, a couple seconds left, and Cory Thomas will enter the second with a 5-point advantage.
Yeah, really great job there in the first period by Thomas. Fired off a couple of attacks, scored on a couple of attacks. It's really all you can ask for. And now you just want to see him build on his lead, and if you're Wisconsin, you want to see Jens start to try and chip his way back into this match.
You got to think Roger Chandler going to be saying the same thing, Coach. Obviously still in a 16-point deficit right now, but you got the ringer Remy Cotton coming up next.
Yeah, Remy Cotton, a strong wrestler out of Michigan. Fun fact about him, our company, the Wisconsin Wrestle, WI Wrestle, we do an event called Who's the Big Cheese. It's like who's number one.
Yep.
Right, for the who's number one for the country. We do a event called Who's the Big Cheese. Remy Cotton wrestled in our event, our first ever Who's the Big Cheese we did a few years back against Colmir Sola, who's currently at Penn State right now. So we had an all Big Ten matchup at our event. They were two of the best in the country at the time. Jens picks up a takedown here. A little tangent, a little sidebar tangent right there.
Oh, yeah, interesting stuff. It'll be fun to talk about Cotton next match. Still, we talk about, I mean, from the standpoint of Michigan State trying to get more points and maybe will their way back into it, give their ringer something to fight for. But quietly, Jens
working his
narrowing
way.
This deficit.
Yeah, he's working his way back into it. This is what you wanted to see. Just chip away, picks up a takedown. Now he's trailing by 4. Nice shot by Thomas. He's got to bring it up, bring the foot up, bring the foot up. He's just hanging out down there. He's going to let Jens going to score this. I think Thomas might be gassing out.
Jens, a 2-time state champion, high school, 4-time state medalist.
He's going to scoop that ankle, picked up to take down. It was a great attack by Thomas, and he just kind of sat there down below. When you're on the leg right there, that's the last place you want to sit, is just with your head down, on your knees, on your elbows there. Gets the other guy a chance to work around and, and defend and score ultimately. Jens goes for a cradle. Thomas is able to look into it, pick up the reversal. Escape from Jens. There's a lot of action going on.
Oh, yeah. We got a good one on our hands here, Coach, heading to period number 3. And looking at Coach Bono right now, you'd think there'd be a thumbtack on his chair right now. He has lived running up and around this mat right now. You can tell that this entire Wisconsin staff is fired up about this one, watching their true freshmen.
Absolutely. Coach Bono's like a little Energizer bunny in the corner sometimes. He doesn't sit still. He loves moving around. I love it. I find it thoroughly entertaining. He's passionate about his guys out there wrestling.
Cory Thomas, fellow freshman.
Thomas going to pick up near fall. Not what Jens wanted to mount that comeback. Now he's got to watch out for a tilt pin. Four near fall, picks up all the back points, does Thomas. He's going to extend his lead, but he's going to get warned for stalling, and Jens is going to pick up a point for that. Thomas just ran him straight out of bounds. You can't do that. You got to bring him back to the mat. He's going to be down by 5 is Jens. So even though he gave up 4 there, he's still in this. An escape. He's back to his feet. You can make things happen, but he's got to start with getting an escape. He's got to get it quick.
Real nice gesture from Cory Thomas. You mentioned, Coach, it felt like he was a little bit tired wrapping up that second period, but now he came out in the third and has given Jens all he can handle.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just mental, right? Sometimes things aren't going your way. You start giving up a takedown or 2, and mentally you're thinking you're exhausted. Maybe he is, though, because he's 2 cautions now, right? Those are what you would call mental errors, as some coaches would call them. But sometimes it is mental, and you get tired, but then all of a sudden you start scoring points, and you're like, oh, I'm fresh, and you feel fresh again. And this could be one of those situations, but Jens is continuing to wrestle through this whole thing right now. Reversal for Jens, standing reversal. He's going to pick up 2.
Was hunting for the escape, wound up getting something even better, and now Jens just a takedown away with 1:20. Been awful high scoring so far, maybe the most fun match thus far.
Yeah, these guys are just... we have 27 points scored so far in this match. Jens is going to go with the cut. Trailing by 4 now, he's got to get busy. Cotton looks like he's leaning a little bit. Excuse me, Thomas looks like he was leaning a little bit.
1 minute remaining in the third period.
Jens needs to go high crotch here with that underhook or throw it by. See if he can't score from it. Re-attack there from Thomas. Nothing yet. And he picks up a takedown. He's followed through. Oh, he's looking for a quick set of near fall. Didn't get it, but did get the takedown. Makes it 19-12.
Now the priority shifts. Thomas a chance to earn a major decision here.
Yeah, he would have to cut takedown, though. It's crazy how the match can change so fast.
Yeah.
You go from maybe you're going to lose now you could get a major decision. He's up by 7. He won't get it based off riding time. Doesn't have enough time. A takedown here, though, for Thomas is going to give him a major decision.
Thomas struck first, Jens respond, but Thomas punched last. Both these folks are going to sleep well tonight, but Cory Thomas is going to sleep soundly knowing that he picked up a well-earned win.
Yeah, just a freshman. Great job by Thomas just staying in it. You know, you give up some points, you score some points, but you stay in the fight the whole time.
Now we will head to the aforementioned Remy Cotton.
Wyatt Ingham, a freshman from Amory, Wisconsin, 2-time state champ is Ingham. Did have a nationally ranked win earlier this year as a redshirt.
Got himself the first takedown last time out against ranked Ben Venadia. Venadia responded and down 3 late. That 3-point takedown math came back to bite him. Able to earn a reversal was Ingham, but couldn't get that takedown, lost by 1. And for Remy Cotton, taking on Evan Bates, did not go too well for him. Bates got him in a cradle, earned the call 82 seconds in.
Ingham just scooting the corner. Cotton trying to shove it, but Ingham going to be able to get his hips up. If he does, he's going to pick up the takedown if he can get his hips up. I agree, there's no score yet. Nothing yet. He's got to bring him to the mat. Great exchange from both guys. Now we're in that crackdown position again. Good job by the ref, not getting too eager to make a call. Coach Bono's all the way down on this end.
Getting his steps in here.
Oh, and Cotton's going to get the hip here. If he knocks him down, he's going to pick it up. There it is. 3 points for Cotton. Great exchange there on the edge. Ref's going to send him back to the middle.
Yeah, both wrestlers, multiple opportunities to get themselves on the board. It was Cotton the one who was able to get out of Ingham's grasp and then get himself on the board. Worth mentioning, though, that Wisconsin, I guess math has kind of been a common theme throughout this broadcast here. I believe, though, that they have clinched themselves their first conference win here, looking at the scoreboard, leading by 13.
Yeah, they have, barring you don't give up any points, right?
Yeah.
You don't get any team scores taken away, but yeah, it looks like Wisconsin's going to come out with their first victory of the season in conference.
And for Michigan State, though, definitely some fun ones in here. I guess it's just going to be real fun to follow both these teams, both the rest of this year and beyond. Just you see these young talent developing as the year goes along. You're seeing those flashes and just seeing them take on each other. I'm sure it's been awful fun because even the folks who are on the bench for these squads, just think about the level of talent in high school getting their way up. Just that element. There's always a bigger fish, and they're growing up in their pond.
Well, Star Wars reference there. There is always a bigger fish, absolutely.
Did that originate in Star Wars?
I don't know if it originated in Star Wars, but it sticks with me. Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's always a bigger fish. Shout out George Lucas. Ingham picks up the escape there from Cotton. Back on our feet here with just over halfway through the first period. Good head hands defense there from Ingham. These guys are scrapping right now. They're both scrapping. Oh. Ingham did a good job shoving Cotton's head outside, but Cotton was able to stay in good enough position and pick up a takedown still.
Yeah, you said it, Coach. Remy Cotton from Transverse City, Michigan.
Yeah, I believe he was as high as top 10 in the country when he was in high school, so he was definitely a solid recruit for the Spartans.
He's only a redshirt freshman as well. Sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
He's got a lot of talent right there. You see him, nice mat return, keeping Ingham in. This is key right here for both guys. A ride out here at the end of the period for Cotton is a lot. It changes. A 5 and 4 point match, it makes a difference.
Well, Cotton in the driver's seat right now, up 5, and kind of already clinched having a good day, though. Worth mentioning, it's his 21st birthday today.
Ugh.
Coach Roger Chandler chatting with him before the game. Some assistant coaches by his side, just trying to build that camaraderie. I guess 21, probably know how he's going to celebrate tonight.
Yeah, by traveling back to Michigan, I'm sure, and drinking a lot of water and getting rehydrated. We're in wrestling season, man.
Yep.
Come on now.
Yes, sir. I bet they'll have the Super Bowl on that bus ride back, though.
Yeah, you rooting for anyone in particular?
I got some pals who are Eagles fans.
Tough. Ingham working, and by the letter of the law, that's what you have to do to not get dinged for stalling. It's not that you always have to put him back down, but you have to be working. And if you're not working, they're going to ding you. Right there, Ingham was working. They did run out of bounds, but it wasn't because he was just trying to drive him out of bounds. He was trying to put him back on the mat, and that's kind of where the action took him.
Yeah, Cotton got pushed way off the mat there into some young fans watching. Seat's already good, got even better for a split second there.
Ingham in high school was really, really tough on top. He was always a good rider, as you saw. He was able to, knock off some of that riding time, bring it under a minute. Nice ankle pick by Cotton. Textbook. You look that up, that's what you're going to see. That was textbook. Now he's right away. He's just not stopping. He's got hammerlock with the arm on the back for Ingham, and now he's trying to dig out his face, make him turn in. Ingham did a good job hustling from that position, build up to his base. That's what you got to do. Your hands on your back. Easier said than done, but you got to start building up, and that's what he did, and he got the escape. But Cotton just isn't stopping. He just keeps firing off.
Yeah, you said he got himself an advantage early, and you wouldn't know based on how he's attacking right now. You think he'd be down in the third.
No, but
just relentless.
Absolutely, and when you have young athletes that this is how they wrestle, a lot of signs will point to them, having a lot of success in college as they get older. If they're just constantly trying to attack, you can work with that. As a coach, you can absolutely work with that. That's what you want to see. You can always I've always thought it's easier to shore up defense than it is to find offense. And Cotton right now clearly has a lot of offense, and he's always looking to score.
Yeah, I like that quote.
Ingham right now has got that leg hook, but his foot is trapped underneath, so he can't turn into the. Yep, they're going to stalemate it.
15 seconds remaining in the second.
You a fan of that call there?
Yeah, I don't think with Ingham's foot trapped underneath, he wasn't going to be able to turn in to shelf that leg. I don't think anybody was going to go anywhere, but Cotton just firing his hands, attacking legs. Nice little scramble here. Roll through. Ingham picks up a late takedown. Game changer for the match. Now he trails by 5.
Well, somebody talked about before trying to earn some points right as the period ends, and that becomes a theme in our penultimate match. Ingham able to swing around and keep this one alive, but Cotton would say he was definitely the aggressor throughout this one so far.
No, absolutely. He has been the aggressor throughout, but like you said, the themes, it kind of seems like there's been a lot of late scores. And I tell you what, Big Ten announcer Shane Sparks, I was talking to him on my ride up here briefly. If he was watching this duel, he'd be like a kid in a candy shop. We've seen a lot of great mat returns, and we've seen a lot of late scores on the edge, and those change matches.
Wow, I talked with Mr. Sparks on the phone on the way up here.
We were exchanging a few texts. We just had to get some stuff figured out, but no, he loves those mat returns. He loves late scores on the edge, and for a good reason, too. I agree with him. They change matches.
On the topic of Shane Sparks, this was a nationally televised battle against Purdue earlier as a takedown for Wisconsin. I found Shane Sparks' media pass in the garbage can behind me, and I am keeping that.
Just like that, Ingham is back in this match, though, against number 25, ranked Cotton. He's got 2 takedown, 3, excuse me. Brings it under a minute riding time. It is a all tied up match. Minutes ago, Cotton now has the lead. Ingham's going to need one more. We're going to see some points.
This place has been itching to get loud. Got a chance to see a major upset. Remy Cotton, something to say about it for sure.
Shot there. Ingham was waiting on it. Picks up the takedown. He's going to take the lead 14-12. An escape won't be enough for Cotton, but he looks like he might be out of gas. He's on his belly. He's not building up right now. Ingham is tough on top. He's a good rider. He's looking to hook that ankle, it looks like, and dig out arm bars. He loves arm bars.
Ingham started the second period in a valley, has climbed the mountaintop. Remy Cotton just looking for one last attack, but Ingham in control.
Absolutely, he's going to close this match out on top. Ingham's going to pick up another nationally ranked win in his red shirt campaign. We've seen him in limited action because they're not pulling his red shirt, but you got to be excited for next year if you're a Badger fan about Wyatt Ingham.
How about that for the Badgers? Wyatt Ingham, by decision, taking down Goliath.